Welcome back, everybody. Automotive Inc. Today we're in the 2018 Keystone fifth wheel, and we are going to talk about a common problem that I saw over and over and over again when I was working in the RV industry. So if you guys don't know, I've traveled a lot in my industries and worked in a lot, and we had a lot of people bring their coaches in and their campers in saying, my fridge won't light, hot water heater won't light, and I'm having issues with that. So we're going to talk about something you can try every year when you get ready to gear up and head out for your first trip, and this can save you time, and it's probably not a big problem. Now, you could have a big problem with actually one of these appliances, but 99% of the time it was this simple little trick. Before we get started, please smash the subscribe button. It helps a small channel out. Thumbs up, notification bell so you know I'm posting new content. Head over to the channel to the search bar and check out to your heart's desire. Type in camping, RVs, trucks, cars, and everything. We do everything automotive, including camping and RVing. And this year we're going to branch out even a little bit further into this industry because there's a lot of things that a lot of people have came up and said, man, if I would only known that, I could have saved myself some time. So first things first, when you get ready to go out, if you've had your gas cylinder shut off and you haven't ran your appliances for a while and you have them on electric, the first thing you do is go out and make sure that your cylinders are correctly latched in there and actually hooked up to the actual gas hose or line. Make sure they're tight. Turn on those cylinders, both of them, and make sure you don't smell any propane. Once you get done with that, if you have the Fairview automatic changeover valve, I will tell you to go and make sure that you turn that valve definitively one way or another. Now, I have a separate video for that, so I'll link that down below so you understand how that valve works. If you just have the standard valve, you may have one on each side. Go turn on your tanks, make sure you don't smell any propane, and then you're good to go. Now, come inside, and before you do anything, before you turn this fridge on, right now it's on electric, before you fire up your hot water heater, make sure there's water in it before you do that. Come in and try this. Typically, your stove is the last appliance on the gas line. Now, is it always? No, but most cases it is. And to prevent and help your fridge and everything else fire up along the line, you want to come back in and go to your one burner, and you're going to get your click lighter here. We're going to turn this on light. Now, you may notice that it doesn't light up initially right away. And the reason behind that is because it's pushing oxygen or air through the lines out. So now once you get that one lit, you're going to come in here. Again, if you have an automatic igniter, you can do that. And what I like to do is I like to come into my stove and light it up. And make sure, sometimes if you have a lot of air in those lines, you'll see where one of the little ports or half the burner's not going quite well. Let this run for about 30 seconds. Now make sure you don't have anything that can catch fire around it, especially if you're getting ready for the early season. What this is doing is it's getting all the air out of the system. Because this is such a simple appliance and it's just a gas feed with a flame, what it does is it draws all the air out, lets the propane push all of the air out of those lines. Now that you've done that, your fridge will almost always light right up after maybe one cycle or even two. If you don't get the air out of these lines, this sometimes will just sit here and click and click and click and go 2 or 3 cycles. Then you have to reset the switch itself. And so you want to get those air bubbles or air out of the actual propane lines. You can do this 2 or 3 times. You can shut it off, and if that doesn't do it, then what it's doing is it's moving the propane throughout the system depending on where your stove comes into the line. So you can go over here now and click this on gas, and it should fire up. You can go outside and listen to see if it does its clicking mechanism. You can leave it on auto, and it should fire up, and you'll hear it. And I'm just telling you guys, this 90% of the time, our guys would go in, they would check the fridge, and everything would work out just fine. It's because they went through that extra step of getting the propane all the way through the lines and the air out. And then everything should fire up definitively just like it should. So make sure, guys, you give that a shot before you run to the dealer and spend half a day or maybe even have to leave your coach for a week. Check that out. As always, guys, I appreciate you guys being here, and we're going to catch you on the next one.